In their best performance since they entered the professional division, Omaha Vicious took second in Dallas, defeated in the finals by Infamous. But they did take down the 2013 World Champs X Factor in the semifinals, staving off a last-minute comeback from the champions. In an outstanding display of heart and drive, it was the core of the team that made the difference for Vicious. Parker Rosenthal and Zach Sherman took their game to another level in their run towards the finals. Trevor Reeser and rookie Alexander Borromeo were also big contributors. Shane Colby is a fearless beast in the snake and is a giant asset as their first attacker, as he is willing to take and dish out bunkerings to get the job done. Number 2 ranked Matt Sossman played well in limited action, and he could get more playing time on this layout. After they cut Luis Munoz, Vicious picked up young standout Nate Schrader, who will be playing on the D side. Led by one of the best coaches in the game, Todd Martinez, Vicious showed us that they are ready to prove themselves and be a mainstay in the Champs division. The question remaining is, can Vicious repeat the run they made in Dallas and stay in the overall title hunt with the top teams?
I'm standing here with Chad Boucher of Heat. Now, I wanted to talk to you because Infamous kind of talked a lot of crap when you guys got bumped down to the challenger bracket, and it's ironic that now they're heading down to the challenger bracket and you are most likely bumping up, or you are bumping up. So how do you guys feel about that?
I can't really get my thoughts on them at this right second. You know, I can say that karma catches everyone, but at the same time, you know, we still have to win out today. And, you know, it's a horrible feeling being in that game itself, but then when you lose it, it's even a worse feeling. So, you know, best of luck to them to actually try to get back. But at the same time, you know, I mean, hey, karma catches everyone, so it is what it is. But we got a lot to focus on today, so we still got to get there to the right match.
All right, well, we'll see them play soon, but next up is going to be Vicious versus Art Chaos. We'll see who takes that one.
Yeah, so that Houston Heat Trenton Top Gun Union semifinal matchup in the Challengers Division will be coming up after this relegation game here. And yeah, Houston Heat still has to beat Trenton Top Gun to make it back to the Champions Division. So that's what's crazy about those Challengers Division semifinal matchups. So yeah, Moscow Red Legion finally back in against Houston VCK. But those two top-level teams, Heat and Moscow, they got to beat those young upstart teams to earn the right to play in the Champions Division. Or is it going to be Top Gun stepping up in VCK again? Anything can happen out here, man. That's what makes it crazy to watch.
We just watched it.
Yeah. So, well, let's talk about this matchup real quick because we got about 30 seconds here before the start of this next one. Vicious and Art Chaos.
Art Chaos 0-4, shocking. Playing the relegation game. If they're going to fix it right now, this is the time to do it. Save your spot in the Champions Division. They got to go against the team
who's hot right now. Well, who was hot at the last event.
They finished well yesterday.
Yeah, they did. So here we go. On paper, you got to give this one at least just on straight roster names alone to Art Chaos, but that is not how paintball works. It has nothing to do really with the names on the backs. It has everything to do with how well you perform and who wants it more. So first strike does go to
Trevor Reeser's walking off.
Yeah, Art Chaos gets the first one. Trevor Reeser, he walks off early. Sossman, Schrader, Sherman, and Borromeo still on the field for Vicious, but they have a good field position. I think that's Nate Schrader up in that center. Nate Schrader, the rookie for Vicious. He didn't make the Ironman's starting 12, and so but it looks like Schrader gets shot. Yeah, so Schrader's going to come off early, so it's not looking good for Vicious right now, as Art Chaos is the first team actually to get in the snake.
Yeah, they are. We said that first minute in the game.
Oh, minor penalty here on Omaha Vicious as Matt Sossman, he ends up getting taken out here, so this early advantage is going to go to Art Chaos. So, but it's a minor penalty, so that will come right off the board. So, quick point for Art Chaos. And, you know, basically they shot up a guy off the break, and then Schrader was able to get all the way up into the center fortress, the 50-yard line, right up in the center of the field. But then he got shot out of there. Schrader has he got a penalty in some limited spins, but he did pretty well. So I could see why, you know, and Schrader's a weapon, so, you know, they need a guy to be able to do stuff like that, and that X play, that center play has been working. So let's check in with Lauren real quick.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Clint Moore in Art Chaos's pit. Now, it's been a really rough weekend for you guys. You've had a hard time figuring out this field. When you've been watching the tape and talking about how you've been performing, did you figure out anything about the field that's going to help today in this relegation match?
I think we need to slow our game down slightly and pick our gunfights correctly. Looking at the videos over the last couple of days, we've been sloppy behind gunfighting, and this is a major factor on this field. So slow the game down, pick our gunfights.
the few points we have seen you win have been fast points, so we're not going to see those aggressive plays that we did see in those winning points previously this weekend?
Well, that would be telling. I'll answer that question a little bit later on, I think.
All right, well, they are up right now, 1 point. We'll see if Vicious ties it up.
So welcome back here, 2014 PSP Mid-Atlantic Open. I'm Matty Marshall with Steve Rabakoff, and we are here at the OXCC Paintball Park in Chesapeake City, Maryland. This game brought to you by Key Action Sports and Empire Paintball, huge supporters of the game. Now on this breakout, our Chaos on your right-hand side, Vicious on your left. Vicious now needs to win one to tie it up here. Our Chaos, Mishka Kiesnev, Sergey Solnaiskov, and Alexander Bernikov with the kills. Now notice this though, Rab, is they put the same lineup back out again.
Yeah, it's got to make that Champions Division. There's no
I think
no
that's
switching
smart,
out.
man.
Yeah, they go with your guys that did it, and for a while, like you said, these guys have just been doing it for years. Get it done with these guys.
If I was coaching Art Chaos and we were playing in the relegation game and go 0-4, I would put this lineup out and
you run them till their
and
legs
Fedorov,
break.
Mishka, Sergey, and Bernikov wouldn't come off the field unless they literally had broken their knees in half. There's no way I would let them come off the field. I'd be like, look, guys, you're our 4 best players. We'll prove it. Get out there and win us this game. And then I think that's the tack that they're going to take. I think that's smart. You know, again, the championships that those guys have won, the talent that they have, the work they put in over the years. You're talking about masters at the game. There are no 4 better players out there. I mean, on any given day necessarily, but still. Good call by our Chaos to just run them till the wheels fall off. And on the flip side, Vicious has earned so much respect this year, but they're going to have to prove it again. Oh, so the first strike goes to Art Chaos as it looks like Zach Sherman comes off early. Now another body comes off as well for them. So again, not looking good for Vicious though. Shane Colby does get in the snake. Let's see if he can get a shot cross field. I think he just did. I think he just got a shot on Alexander Bernikov. Nice job by Shane Colby here. Oh, and it looks like Lukashuk, Pavel Lukashuk gets shot as well too. So evening up the body count right now. Vicious earning some kills. Nice work. There's just 3 players left alive for Art Chaos. It's Fedorov, Mishka, and Sergey. They are all on the D side of the field. And they do have Sergey in that stand-up temple in the back. And he's that guy right there, right-hand portion of your screen. He's going to be able to stop Colby or at least put a lot of pressure on him. And it looks like Reeser and also Parker Rosenthal left alive for Omaha Vicious. So it's 3-on-3, 1-point advantage for Art Chaos. 16:43 to go here. And those are the starting lineups for this point here, these 2 teams. And you're looking, that is on the D side of the field.
And Colby, if he can find a way to continue to go down the snake, that's going to make it real difficult for Sergey Solishnikov.
Well, it's tough because he's going to be looking at Sergey's gun the whole time. He does have an entire...
Right there, put him in that, go.
Did he just get shot? Oh, so close.
Mishka's still creeping in that Dorito corner. Now he's moved up.
Mishka goes to back up Fedorov. Fedorov just might have got shot cross field, though. Yes, Fedorov.
Wow.
So Colby, it was either Colby or Reeser that shot cross field and got a shot on Konstantin Fedorov, who was the kill count and G rating leader last year. He comes off early, dying out of his bunker. So now just 2 players left alive, and the advantage goes to Vicious. So Vicious, though they were down bodies early, it was 5-on-3, fighting back to get into this point. Great job by Reeser, Colby, and Rosenthal. So here we go. Can Vicious use this advantage? They're pushing up the field, looking at Mishka and Sergey, who they're in, well, let's see. Mishka's in he's in a big Dorito, a big bunker over there on the D side. Oh, but Sergey gets shot out of his spot. And now it's just 1 player left alive. So unless Mishka can pull off some last-second heroics here, down 1-on-3, this is going to be a tie game.
And you know, this is what they've been doing the whole tournament. They look like they have a game in hand. They're up 5-3, and then they just start dropping bodies, going by themselves. And
yeah, you're right, Rab.
That's what they've been doing. Their MO this whole event is to do that. So let's see if how this point finishes out and what they do to change that.
Yeah, and here the hammer is about to get dropped on Mishka. So Mishka's going to come off, and nice, solid work Wow, Trevor Reeser, Shane Colby, and Parker Rosenthal. Those are 3 of the heroes from the Dallas Open for that team, as Parker ends up trading out with Mishka. So Rosenthal gets himself a 2-pack. Trevor Reeser shot 1, and then Shane Colby shot Fedorov and Sergey. You know, Shane Colby was such a soldier and continues to be a soldier for Omaha Vicious. And even on this interesting snake layout over here, where it's really methodical. It's the complete opposite of the snake that we had in Dallas. Look at this run through here as Parker Rosenthal goes to finish off. And that's how it's done. It's 3-on-1, and you got guys pushing that last player in, and you're freed up. Well, yeah, just go run him down and assure that you get that kill. So you don't let that guy have any breathing room in there. Looking in the pits, tied game right now, 1-1 with 14:45 to play. Rab, I really think we're going to see some one-on-ones today. I hope we get to see some one-on-ones. So many of these evenly matched big name teams out here. Can't wait to see these semifinal matchups. San Diego Dynasty and Tampa Bay Damage playing in the first champion semifinal match, and then Edmonton Impact and Chicago Aftershock. So, wow. Tied game. We'll be right back after this. And we are back. Tie game. Art Chaos and Omaha Vicious playing for their lives right now in the Champions Division. So, and how big would it be for the franchise? I know they're playing in the relegation match. This is not where Vicious wanted to be. But if they come out and beat Art Chaos, Rab, that would definitely send a gigantic statement that, you know, hey, man, it doesn't matter who you put in front of us. We're here. We are here, and we want to be a permanent fixture in the Champions Division. We are in the Pro Division to stay. So heavy pocket play here for Art Chaos. They shoot a body. They keep 5 in the pocket this time, not risking anybody out wide.
And they shoot Zachary Sherman, so he's walking off for Vicious right now. So, yeah, like you said, 5 in the pocket.
5 players alive for Art Chaos. And just like we talked about, they are running a straight starting 5 lineup. They will probably run these 5 guys all game long, and that is definitely the smart coaching play.
But here it is, Shane Colby's in the snake 1, and with Art Chaos trapped in the middle there, man, that's not where you want to be when there's a guy in the snake.
Yeah, so it looks like Pavel Lukashuk is going to come off early, and it's tough, man. You know, when Colby makes the snake and Vicious gets out wide, and you are stuck in the pocket, it's going to be a rough point for you. And so still 3 bodies in the pocket, 1 out on the D side of the field in D1 for Art Chaos. That's who Shane Colby's shooting at right now. And so Shane Colby has proved that he definitely can play this particular layout on the snake. He can play slow, he can play fast. And that's always the question for those young snake players, Rab, as they come up. Most snake players, when they first start out, very one-dimensional. And Colby has started to develop a much more diverse snake game over here. Oh, but he loses his back player as Brian Bortle gets shot out of his bunker. That's a big death for Omaha Vicious. That does give a 1-body advantage right now to Art Chaos. So just Reeser, Sossman, and Colby left on the field for Omaha Vicious.
Big one player advantage, but Shane Colby's still in the snake for Vicious, so it's going to keep Art Chaos kind of trapped in the middle there. They have a hard time creeping out. If he gets around, if he can find a way to get around, which is obviously pretty difficult, but if he can find a way to get around, it's going to be real hard for Art Chaos to get out of those back seven.
Well, the thing right now, I agree with you, Rab. I was just going to say that with Shane Colby and the snake, it's Colby's ball right now. Colby's the thorn in Art Chaos' side. They really have to respect Colby and the snake. They can't go to sleep on him. He's only in snake 1, but the fact that he has already made it out here really puts a little bit of pressure on those guys in the center. They can't have much breathing room in there. So yeah, there's only 2 players. 2 more players left alive for Vicious as one of them streaks out wide. So now Vicious spreading the field. That's a really good move right there by Trevor Reeser to get out wide. He needed to get out of that bunker. He was doubling up with Matt Sossman in the back center. And there's the back line right there for Art Chaos shooting towards Shane Colby in the snake over here. And we're going to see, this is probably going to be a long point, Rab.
Yeah, it's going to be a long point because Chaos has just got him, Shane Colby just pinched a little bit, but he's also got them pinched. But as we say that, Vicious moves up to Dorito 2.
Oh, I think he just got shot out.
Yeah, he did.
So Fedorov gets clipped out on as he tries to get out wide, and that is a huge kill for Omaha Vicious. They even up the body count right now. It's 3-on-3, but most importantly for them, they have already made it out wide. Trevor Reeser is on the D side doing really well, so is Shane Colby on the snake side, and they have big Matt Sossman and his 15 pods in the backfield. Matt Sossman is carrying 15 pods out in these points. Look at all those empty pods that he's already shot in this point. And there's Matt Sossman as he makes his move up, and they've got them trapped. Art Chaos is trapped, and a minor penalty on Art Chaos, so this is the opportunity that Omaha Vicious wanted right here.
Look at Sergey's look. He's like, who got that? Who did that to me? Mishka did it, and Mishka, like, we don't talk about a lot of penalties with Mishka. Happens every now and then.
Look at this, though. Matt Sossman going to sleep on the last player left alive, Alexander Burnikoff, and that is going to make it a 2-on-1 situation. If anyone can pull off a 2-on-1, it's definitely Burnikoff. So this point's not over yet. Matt Sossman completely drops the ball over here for Omaha Vicious and loses the count. And
you better not go too fast on Burnikoff. You better go. There you go. Shane Colby's coming creeping on him.
And so Shane Colby is just going to say, you know what, forget this. I'm just going to go close the gap, drop the hammer. And so he's able to grab that flag. And nice work. Shane Colby continues to press me, man. But, you know, he's paintball legend Dan Colby's son, and not a lot of people have that Dan Colby blood in them. So, you know, it just doesn't surprise me that Colby's just as tough as a coffin nail. So congratulations to Colby. Stepped it up over here for Omaha Vicious. As Matt Sossman also, man, hats off to him. 2 confirmed kills for Sossman before he made that mental mistake. But he did shoot out Pavel Lukashuk and Konstantin Fedorov, and then they did get a little help with that minor penalty. Checking out this review, there's Matt Sossman just slowly walking through the swamp. Bam! Britnikoff is like, hey, man, I'm still alive.
I'm still here.
Thanks for the free kill. And you can see how frustrated Sossman was. He's like, I cannot believe I just did that in a relegation game after getting 2 kills to help my team out. But, hey, it didn't matter. It ended up not costing him the point. So Vicious is now going to take the lead here against Art Chaos with 10 minutes and 37 seconds to go. And there's Alexander Burnikoff, the last player left alive for Art Chaos, who got that kill on Sossman. And in the pits for Art Chaos. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So we are back here. Thank you guys for tuning in to the PSP Mid-Atlantic Open here, brought to you by PaintballAccess.com. And thank you for the support, everyone out there helping out, man. We're doing everything we possibly can. We've had some technical difficulties we've been fighting through over here to bring you guys this show. But the show must go on, and we are here, man, watching the best players in the world throw down to see who's going to win this tournament. These 2 teams fighting to stay in the Champions Division. And the first strike in this point goes to Omaha Vicious. Oh, but looks like Sherman getting shot as well. So these 2 teams have even up the body count, 4 alive. And look at this, though, Rab. Art Chaos puts their second line in now.
Figured, hey, we're not getting it done. Let's give these guys a shot now.
Yeah, so they put well, Pavel Lukashuk's been playing. Now he plays on this line too, apparently.
Wow, they take out another Vicious player, so it looks like Shane Colby's walking off.
So Alexander Borromeo, Matt Sossman, Trevor Reeser left alive and not in good field position as Art Chaos has spread the field. They have Pavel Lukashuk, who's been playing on both lines, Clint Moore, Zakharov, and Godin. But look at this, though, as I think Pavel Lukashuk is going to take the walk. So it's going to be 3-on-3, and still better field position for Chaos as they start moving up on this D side of the field. Borromeo in position for Vicious to make moves. There's the 3 players left alive for Art Chaos. They are all on this from the center over to the D side. That's Clint Moore right there. No one in the snake. And then on the other side, you have Omaha Vicious doubling up that back center temple still with Matt Sossman and Trevor Reeser. So Trevor Reeser is going to have to get out of there. He's much more mobile than Sossman, right. So they should probably switch positions. There's no one in the snake. So, you know, you're looking at, this is Clint Moore. He's the farthest guy over, and he's in the same bunker that Sossman's in. And so probably Sossman and Reeser should switch positions here and let Reeser work out towards this snake side of the field.
one of these teams is going to start moving to the snake side of the field, and that's going to spread out, especially with now RKS moving up that Dorito side.
Well, they'd be looking at 2 guns, though. But no, now all 3 guns. So if somebody wanted to get out, no, Clint Moore comes right back on the lane. So RKS doing a good job of going back and forth between the lanes. And that's the tough thing. You have these game plans, and when you talk about this stuff in your meetings, it's all about watching lanes. So you can't drop the lane. If Clint Moore's responsibility is to watch that lane, then he has to watch that lane, but he can't head check towards the other side. Now it looks like MAO bumping out, takes a more defensive position. It gets in a better gunfighting spot, though, as he backs up. You can see there, if you look past there, the right-hand portion of your screen, that was MAO. He bumped out from D1.
And Alex Gaudin tries to move up to Dorito 2 and gets taken out.
Yeah, but Trevor Reeser gets shot, so it's 2-on-2 right now.
Oh, no, he just takes out RKS, moving up to Dorito 50. So it's 2-on-1 with Clint Moore rolling solo for RKS.
But I don't think they know where Clint Moore is. Clint Moore, nice job. Clint Moore, realizing he's the last player left alive, he has to bump out and do something, so he gets out towards the snake side. Much better defensive position for him, and also, it's all about trying. Oh, so they're just going to concede the point, and that's smart. It's unfortunate because that puts for sure another point on the board for Vicious instead of trying to let Clint Moore pull off this 1-on-2. But the thing is that Sauceman and MAO, they didn't need to go anywhere because Vicious already had the lead, and they could just sit there and let 7 minutes run off the clock and take the win. So now Vicious in the driver's seat, up 3-1.
3-1 with 7:53 left, and let's see what lineup's going to come out here for RKS. I would imagine it would be Fedorov, Mishka.
Yep, they're sending their first line back out. I wonder if they're going to run Pavel again. So let's see who the 5th member of Art Chaos is, or the 5th guy to come out to play this next point, as they do send their #1 lineup with those heavy hitters of Konstantin Fedorov, Mishka Kiesnev, Sergei Sonaiskov, and Alexander Birnikov. Fedorov, long considered, if not the best player in the world, then easily one of the top 3. And then same with Birnikov. He was the 2012 Top Gun Award winner. You're looking at the game matchup here, very close. Got to give a little bit of the edge to Art Chaos. Again, this is on paper, but when you're looking at what Vicious has done here, their ability to scrap down, and it was such a huge boost to get Todd Martinez as a coach. He's a fellow commentator up with us over here, but Vicious has always had a lot of talent, and they've done, the Bortles have worked so hard to put that team together and pick up new talent and really give those kids a chance and cultivate that over the years. Guys like Shane Colby, Trevor Reeser, and now they've got guys like Sherman and Alexander Borromeo. So really starting to bulk that lineup out. And it looks like a timeout has been called by our Chaos. That's a smart one. 7 minutes and 53 seconds to go. We'll be right back.
This isn't just a field. This is my home. This isn't just a team. This is my family. This isn't just a sport. This is a way of life. This isn't just a league. This is the MSXL.
Hey guys, I am down here in the Vicious pit with Shane Colby. They are up 2 points, 3-1. Now, you guys played hard this weekend, but it was a tough weekend. Through your wins and your losses, what have you found is the most effective way to play this field layout?
The most effective way is to just stay alive off the break. We get 5 people alive, and this field's been playing really, really slow. So it's maintaining our lanes, keeping sure we got those gaps covered, and make them run through their paint. So pretty much this game, we're just pumping those lanes, and it's been working for us so far, so we're going to continue to do that.
All right, well, they are up 2 points. Let's see if they can keep this lead.
What an awesome job so far by Omaha Vicious to win those close points. They've won some low body situations, and you got to win. Hey man, you want to win games and preserve your chance to play in the Champions Division for Chicago. Win the close points. And Art Chaos still continuing to struggle a little bit here. Let's see if their first line can get out here and win a point to pull within 1, Rab.
They're still doing what they've done the whole tournament. They're getting in their good positions. They got a body advantage, and they're just getting picked off. So 3-1, 7:53 left. go back down to challengers. They better figure it out.
And after this game, we're going to have the challenger semifinal matchups where both Moscow Red Legion and Houston Heat have made it in there. Those are the two teams we expected to see. Moscow Red Legion finally able to muster enough skill to have a chance to get back into the Champions Division. Look at this, big move all the way up in the center as Nate Schrader gets shot by Mishka off the break, which puts Vicious stuck in the pocket and good field position right now up in the gut, up on that center 50 structure for Art Chaos, as they have Alexander Burnikoff up there. Now he's going to switch sides and try to look underneath that center fortress. You see he's trying to get a shot on the back players underneath that bunker, and most importantly, watch that lane if anyone tries to get over. You can see that big gap in the center bunker right there? That is what Alexander Burnikoff is trying to do. And then there he is, tucked in nicely. Not a big guy, but he can play everywhere. You know, he's listed as a back player, but you can't find a more versatile player than Malloy.
Every place on this field. Man.
Yeah. And so he's up there hunting for kills right there, and it looks like I think he might have got one, might have got another. I'm not sure if that was him or that was either him or Pavel Lukashuk. Ooh, a body coming off though. Mishka dies for Art Chaos. It's only 2 players left alive for Vicious though, Sauceman and Borromeo.
3-on-2, Art Chaos.
Matt Sauceman is the kill count leader for Vicious right now with 5 confirmed for the guys that are out there playing this point right now. Art Chaos 4, it's 4-on-2. The thing though is that Art Chaos is really gonna have to try to, they need to win this point for sure, so they can't just run cannonballing into the guns of Omaha Vicious. But with this high body advantage, the tough thing though, Rab, is that they're all still stuck in the pocket right in that center. I mean, yes, Malloy is all the way up in the center, and he's got 3 guys right behind him, but no one's made it out wide, which is gonna give a lot of breathing room for big Matt. Oh, but Matt Sauceman gets caught on his pack, and I'm pretty sure Matt Sauceman just got shot on his pack. So he's still playing. This could be, watch for a penalty here on Vicious. The referee is over there checking him out. Hasn't picked up that hit yet. And yeah, I don't think the ref picked that one up. And is he gonna pick this? Oh, but it looks like
look at this.
Pavel Lukashuk has finally spread the field out nicely. Nice job by Pavel Lukashuk. Missed his shot though. Somebody shot Sauceman in the pack, but the hit wasn't picked up. So Vicious gets a gift.
Take them when you can get them.
Hey. You know, ref didn't see it.
Nope.
That's a little extra life there for Vicious. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Pavel Lukashuk now in really good position, putting a lot of pressure over here on Art Chaos on the snake side of the field. Alexander Borromeo just rolling his gun right now, just trying to put pressure on Lukashuk. And then now here comes, I think that's Sergey. Sergey is going to pass the 50-yard line. Sergey's going to totally commit. Sergey up in the faces right now, blasts Sauceman, and he's going to run down Borromeo. Nice job by Sergey Solnyskov to handle business up there in the center. And this is going to be a 1-point game right now with 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
Just like the first one, that's going to battle out. Neither one of these teams want to go down.
Yeah, I mean, again, my favorite games to watch are the champion relegate, other than the last games. Yeah. Obviously, the final games are the most fun to watch. Yeah. Those are the craziest. They're not always the craziest games, but the most is at stake because you can find out who's going to win the tournament, who's the best team. But like these games are awesome.
These games are awesome. We got the semifinals coming up for challengers, and then what all the teams work hard for, so they can call mom and dad, everyone back home, hey, I made the PSP webcast field. Yeah. We're going to be in the finals, so we got the divisional finals coming up here. So. And
the cool thing about those divisional finals, Rab, you know, you run the AXBL down in, as you saw the last kills right there in the replay, but you run an affiliate league down in Texas. It's doing really well right now, and it's just, I love watching the divisional finals because we get to find out who are going to be the next big teams, who are going to be the next big players. You know, teams like Trenton Top Gun had great divisional stories. So like Houston VCK, we saw them on the webcast field out here in the main field, and now they're playing. And now VCK is in back-to-back semifinals.
Yeah, it's just been great with these teams and in the divisionals and in the challengers bracket. Like look at Houston VCK, they're proving, hey, we belong in the upper tier, and we want to get into that championship division. So they've got their shot right here.
If Houston VCK can beat Moscow Red Legion, which is the most successful PSP team ever, then they will move into the Champions Division, and that would be a huge boost for that franchise. And it's just cool. The VCK guys are great guys, and it's a big test. They're like, hey, you know what? We have this opportunity. We're being offered a spot in the Challengers division. Let's take it. You know, we think we got a shot. We have confidence in our teammates, and why not, man? I mean, how many opportunities do you get like that? I mean, they've had that program together now for a while.
And they take advantage of it now because one of these teams is going down with Infamous. It's not going to be easy to get back out of that next event in Chicago. It's going to get ugly.
Yeah, so it's either going to be
take it now. Today's your day.
Yeah, you got the opportunity. Make it count. 5 players alive for Art Chaos on your screen, off the break, and 5 players alive for Vicious too. So even on the body count, here comes Alexander Britnikov as he tries to get up into the center, and he's getting checked out by the referee. It looks like he is clean. So better field position for Art Chaos. Slightly better field position. Pretty much mirrored up in the other bunkers though.
And Vicious is doing, hey, we're up 1, 4 minutes left. Let's try to knock off some time here as best we can. And
they still are up 1. That's the thing, you know. So with 5 players looking at these guns, and if we have a really long point and Vicious wins it, then that puts Art Chaos in a bad situation, try to fight and get 2 points in with barely any time. So this is a huge point. This is the do or die point right now for Art Chaos. If they win it, they tie it up. If they lose it, that means Vicious goes up by 2 with not a lot of time left.
Now, 3:40 now. Here goes Britnikov moving that center. And he figures, hey, I'm going to go back. I had a good game there last game. Why not? Let's go.
It worked last time, and if Vicious can't stop it, then he's going to keep doing it. So the thing is when a guy gets in there, look for somebody to try to come take it out. This is a chess match. So when you have a really potent, you have one of your best guys up in a really good position, then you want to try to get another player in position to go and take him out of there so he does as little damage as possible.
Approaching 3 minutes left. Both teams have 5 alive. Vicious is hunkered down. Like the guys were saying yesterday, who's a better hider?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Art Chaos can't do much hiding. Oh, Sergey gets shot. So look at this. So the first strike goes to Omaha Vicious, and now they are up by 1 body. They're up by 1 point. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Can Alexander Britnikov get something done here in that center 50 fortress? Oh, Trevor Reeser gets out. I'm sorry, Zach Sherman gets out wide. So Zach Sherman, good job by Zach Sherman, able to get out wide, spread the field slightly. That's a tough spot to get and go into, but he was able to time it perfectly. So Zach Sherman, now you're looking at Alexander Britnikov on your screen right now. He's going to wrap around. He's looking for it. Look at his body language. He realizes that there's not a lot of time left. They need to score 1 to tie it. They're down a body.
2 minutes. And the fact that Vicious now is spread out the field a little bit, it's going to make it that much harder for our cast to keep moving here.
Yeah.
Britnikov is going to have to pick off some of these guys here.
Sherman getting that move across was huge because it doesn't seem like much, a little bump like that, but what it does is it gives Reeser a lot more room to work with in that bunker, and it allows him to get a better angle on anything that Alexander Britnikov tries to do in that center. And Sherman has been back and forth trying to get a shot or trying to keep that angle here.
He's trying to push. Britnikov is just still trying to work that center.
And not a lot.
But Vicious isn't giving them much to look at. Man. There's no loaders, no goggles, no packs.
It's going to get crazy here, though, Rab, because Vicious is still doubling up that back temple, and there's no way that Art Chaos is going to allow this game to end dying in their bunkers or letting time expire still alive in their bunkers down by 1. It's not going to happen. So look for something crazy from Art Chaos's side. You can see they're trying to put it together right now. And Lukashuk on his knees, he's going to need to get up. Now we're looking at, there's Reeser, Borromeo crossing it up. Reeser shooting towards the D side, Borromeo on the D side shooting towards the inside of the field.
As you say that, Britnikov moves over to the snake side of the part of the A. He's trying to find a way to get some angles on some of these guys because they're just got it crossed up, and there it is, 50 seconds left.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, Rav. They're not really in position to attack. This is peculiar. I do not understand how Art Chaos has allowed themselves to be put in this long. That just goes to show you how great at gunfighting Vicious is. Now they're making their move. Do they have enough time? Malloy in the center.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, Malloy's in the center. There's no one on the snake side. Pavlyushuk has got stuck. And looking at the D side there, even through the nets. There's Konstantin Fedorov, or I'm sorry, who is that? That is, yeah, Fedorov. Fedorov gets shot trying to gunfight. So Fedorov gets shot trying to gunfight. Here comes Pavlyushuk. 15 seconds left. He's right by the flag. Britnikov wants to launch. Oh, but then Lukashuk gets eaten up. It's going to be Vicious's victory. Vicious is going to maintain their spot in the Champions Division by defeating Art Chaos 3-2. Just a second left. Reeser gets shot. Too little, too late for Art Chaos.
And that's for Todd Martinez and for all of us. Now we won't have Grumpy Todd. We got Happy Todd. This is great.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Omaha Vicious, all their fans, and Art Chaos. Hey, they had a rough weekend, but they'll be back.
Art Chaos will be back. This is going to be a big learning experience for Art Chaos and a big reality check. It's tough, you know. There's no slouches in this league. Everyone's getting really, really good. Even teams like for instance, look at this. So on paper, Infamous should beat up 187, and Art Chaos should beat up Vicious. What happened? Infamous and Art Chaos are going down to the Challengers Division, which is going to make life really hard for everyone down in the Challengers Division. Upton 187 crew and Omaha Vicious maintain their spots in the Champions Division. Wow.
And who would have thought Art Chaos would have went
0-5?
Just you wouldn't have bet on that. And whoever did bet on that, if there was a place for you to bet that, you just made a grip of money.
Yeah, remember, don't forget to sign up for the next event, the PSP Chicago Open, June 20th through the 22nd. It's at one of the best fields in the world, CPX Sports in Joliet, Illinois. Go to pspevents.com and get your team in the fight, man. First of all, again, such an amazing facility. It's the second biggest event of the year. We had 181 teams at this event. That event is going to sell out, so you're going to want to sign up as soon as you possibly can. And also, CPX has Living Legends coming up here real soon, and that is one of the best big games in the world. So if you are anywhere near the Midwest and you can get to CPX Sports for Living Legends, you definitely want to go and check that out, because I guarantee you're going to have an amazing time and have just ridiculous stories to tell as we're looking at some of these highlights here from that last game. So next up coming at you is going to be the Challengers semifinals, Houston Heat and Trenton Top Gun Union. And then after that, Houston VCK and Moscow Red Legion. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly, down with Art Chaos on the sidelines.
Hey guys, I'm standing here with Chris Sossaman and Konstantin Fedorov. Great job out there. It was a tough one. It was really close. A lot of people are really surprised with how Art Chaos performed this weekend. Are you just as surprised, or was this just a hard layout for you?
No, it's not hard layout. I guess this is not our workout before event. So we have like different game plans, not like real work on this field. That's why we need rocks a little bit different for the next one.
All right, and were you guys sweating it out there at all while the clock was ticking down?
No, we were 5 alive the last point. Till the very end, we had one body left, and we were just staying controlled, caught the lanes. We carried a ton of paint because the Axis shoot really efficient, shoot a ton of paint, so we just held it down, won the last point. Much respect to them. They're a really good team.
I talked to Todd a lot this weekend, and he said he thought you guys were performing well. It was just little things. What do you think was the hardest aspect of this weekend for Vicious?
We just made little mistakes when we didn't need to. We lost every game that we lost by 1, and we tied, so we weren't playing bad. We just didn't play good enough to win those matches.
All right, well, you did win to stay in the champions bracket. You guys are bumping down to challengers, but you fought hard. Next up is going to be Heat versus the Russians, so stay tuned.